we have with us Dr. Sheetal, who's also a very, very dear friend, a sister, and a collaborator at the Prenatal Alliance with me. Dr. Sheetal Lathia. The journey of conscious parenting begins with the intent to nurture. And in this lecture with her, you will learn about prenatal education, or Garbha Samskar, as we call it in India, and how it shapes a child's emotional, intellectual, and spiritual growth. Influenced by ancient wisdom, it instills positivity, balance, and inner strength, helping children grow into harmonious, wise adults who contribute meaningfully into society. We also have with Dr. Sheetal her translator. So I'd like to welcome both of them. We have Ruchika Patel as well. So, Dr. Sheetal, pranam, namaste. Thank you so much for the
Namaste.
wonderful work that you do at Mommy's Touch.
Thank you. Thank you so much for this beautiful introduction and warm welcome. Thank you, Yukta. Thank you. With great gratitude towards Prenatal Alliance and to all of you, I'll start my topic. Importance of prenatal education and its impact on adult life. हमारे यहाँ प्रीनेटल एजुकेशन को गर्भ संस्कार के नाम से जाना जाता है.
At our place in India, prenatal education is known by the word Garbha Sanskar.
गर्भ संस्कार शब्द अगर हम देखें तो गर्भ संस्कार शब्द में दो शब्द है. एक गर्भ, गर्भ मतलब वुम्ब, विद इन द वुम्ब, एंड संस्कार. संस्कार मतलब किसी व्यक्ति या वस्तु को और भी उत्कृष्ट बनाना, श्रेष्ठ बनाना, उसे और भी उपयोगी बनाना, या तो उससे पूर्ण बनाना.
There are two words in the word Garbha Sanskar. It's a combination of two words. First word is Garbh, which means the womb, and other word is Samskar. Samskar means to make something better by instilling values, ethics, and morals.
संस्कार के द्वारा किसी व्यक्ति या वस्तु को और भी उपयोगी बनाया जा सकता है, उससे और भी उत्कृष्ट बनाया जा सकता है, या तो कोई निश्चित कार्य के लिए उसे तैयार किया जाता है.
Through samskaras or the values, a person is made more human and can be made ready to contribute in the society for a particular work and contribute towards the positive development of the world and nation.
गर्भ संस्कार जो शब्द है, उस शब्द के नीचे कॉन्शियस कंसेप्शन, गर्भाधान, गर्भा अवस्था, बच्चे का जन्म और बच्चे का विकास यानी कि शिशु संगोपन, ये सबका समावेश होता है.
Garbha Sanskar encompasses the entire journey from conscious conception, pregnancy, and childbirth to the nurturing of the child, along with the values and care connected to each stage.
ये सब क्षेत्र से जुड़ी परिचर्या, इन सब क्षेत्र को श्रेष्ठ बनाने के लिए माता पिता को जिस परिचर्या का पालन करना है, उसी को गर्भ संस्कार कहते हैं.
To get a divine baby and the things that are to be followed by the parents during all these stages is the combination which is found in Garbha Sanskar.
बच्चे हमेशा ही माता पिता के चरित्र का प्रतिबिंब होते हैं.
Kids are always the reflection of the conduct and the behavior of the parents.
जब एक माता पिता अपने वहां एक श्रेष्ठ संतान का अवतरण चाहते हैं, तो उस माता पिता को अपने शारीरिक स्वास्थ्य पे, मानसिक स्वास्थ्य पे, उसे अपने आहार, आचार, विचार और परिचर्या पे, अपने पारिवारिक जीवन पे, सामाजिक जीवन पे और अपने आध्यात्मिक जीवन पे काम करना पड़ता है।
When the parents want to get the exceptional child, they need to work at different levels, like they need to work at their physical and mental well being, their family well being, the social interactions, marital harmony, mindset, and the spiritual growth.
हमारे भारतीय शास्त्र में ये कहा जाता है कि हर एक बच्चे का जन्म ब्रह्म से होना चाहिए, यानी कि माता पिता जब अपनी ऊर्जा को उस स्तर पे पहुंचाते हैं जहां पे वो ब्रह्म की अनुभूति कर सकते हैं, उसके बाद ही उनको एलिजिबिलिटी मिलती है कि वो अपने बच्चे को जन्म दे।
As per the Garbha Samskar or the Indian traditional cultures, it is believed that the parents are only eligible to get the child when they are ready. Unless their subtle body is not ready, they cannot conceive. They won't be able to attract the divine soul towards them.
गर्भ संस्कार का जो कार्य है वो समष्टि के हित का कार्य है।
The work of Garbha Samskar is for the well-being of the whole universe.
गर्भ संस्कार का मुख्य हेतु समग्र प्रजा को श्रेष्ठ बनाना है।
The main aim of Garbha Samskar is to make the humanity in a better world, to convert them into a better world.
गर्भ संस्कार के ज्ञान के द्वारा हम दिव्य संपादनों से सर्वश्रेष्ठ उत्कृष्ट बच्चे को जन्म दे सकते हैं।
Through Garbha Samskar, we can give birth to the exceptional child who is having all the values and ethics, and we can say that a holistic child is born.
ये दिव्य संपदा कौन सी है? धैर्य, क्षमा, प्रेम, दया, करुणा, निडरता, बल, पराक्रम, सत्य, तेजस्विता, ओजस्विता, संयम और आध्यात्मिकता।
These divine virtues include forgiveness, generosity, patience, courage, fearlessness, strength, resilience, valor, wisdom, humility, purity, selflessness, service, radiance, dignity, self control, and spirituality.
गर्भ संस्कार का हेतु विश्व शांति है, दिव्य विश्व का निर्माण है।
Garbha Sanskar lays the divine foundation for the establishment of global peace and harmony.
गर्भ संस्कार के द्वारा दिव्य मनुष्य का निर्माण कर सकते हैं।
Garbha Sanskar is a magnificent process that shapes the creation of exceptional human beings.
जब हम मानव बोलते हैं ह्यूमन बीइंग, तो ह्यूमन इज अ बॉडी एंड बीइंग इज अ कॉन्शियसनेस, चेतना, एनर्जी। जब हम गर्भ संस्कार फॉलो करते हैं तो हमारी चेतना को हम ऊपर उठा रहे हैं, हम अपनी चेतना को वहां पहुंचा रहे हैं जिस चेतना के आत्मा, जिस स्तर की आत्मा हम अपने संतान के स्वरूप में हमारे घर में देखना चाहते हैं।
When we say the word manav, which means human being in English, so human can be translated to body and being can be translated to soul or the consciousness. Through this, we believe that the soul of the baby will be at the highest consciousness of the Almighty.
बच्चा जब माँ के गर्भ में होता है तो वो बाहर की दुनिया से अलिप्त होता है और इस अलिप्तता के कारण बच्चा बहुत ही ग्रहणशील होता है।
In the womb, the child remains untouched by the external world, and in this detachment, they are highly receptive.
हमारे भारत में एक बहुत ही फेमस एक रियल स्टोरी है।
One of In our country, India, there is a very famous real story.
काशी करके एक पवित्र नगर है जिसमें राजा ऋतुध्वज और उनके पत्नी मदालसा, रानी मदालसा, जो बहुत ज्ञानी थे और गर्भ विज्ञान के ज्ञाता थे।
There is a place called Kashi in India where a king named Ritudhwaj ruled, and his wife Madalasa was a wise and knowledgeable expert in prenatal science.
रानी को पहले 3 पुत्र हुए। जब ये 3 पुत्र उनके गर्भ में थे, तब रानी ने निश्चय किया था कि मेरे कुख से जो बच्चे जन्म लेंगे, वो ब्रह्मज्ञानी बनेंगे।
The queen first had 3 sons, during which she had the a firm mindset that she would have the kids who would be the Brahmagyani, means the knower of all.
और अपने बच्चों को ब्रह्मज्ञानी बनाने के लिए उसने अपना पूरा गर्भावस्था ऐसा ही आचार विचार और आध्यात्मिकता में गुजारे।
To get the perfect result, Queen Madalasa lived a life of celibacy and spiritual discipline, visualizing herself as a brahmachari.
लेकिन राजा अलर्क को चिंता हुई कि अगर सब बच्चे सन्यासी बन जाएंगे तो ये राज्य कौन संभालेगा।
But the king was worried that if all the kids would be the celibates, then who would take care of the kingdom?
फिर रानी मदालसा ने संकल्प किया कि मेरा चौथा पुत्र जो एक बहुत ही सफल राजा बनेगा।
So the queen was firm minded and she visualized that her fourth son would be the king.
और उसके लिए उन्हें अपनी गर्भावस्था में राजनीति का अभ्यास किया और अपना पुत्र जो प्रजावत्सल बने, राज्य के सारे नीति नियमों को जाने, उस हिसाब से उसने अपना जीवन जीना शुरू किया।
Thus, during her pregnancy with the fourth son, she was deeply involved in the affairs of the kingdom and visualized herself in the role of the king.
और उनका चौथा पुत्र राजा अलर्क जो एक बहुत ही सफल राजा रहा।
Consequently, the fourth son, Alarka, grew up to become a successful and a capable ruler.
यह स्टोरी हमें ये बताती है कि इस ब्रह्मांड में ऐसे ही कुछ नहीं होता है।
This story shows that in this entire universe, nothing occurs without a reason or purpose.
कोई भी छोटी घटना के पीछे भी नियम है।
Even the tiniest occurrence follows a specific rule or principle.
हर एक जीव को जो चाहिए वो पाने की स्वतंत्रता है।
In this universe, every living being is free to encounter whatever they desire.
लेकिन वो सिर्फ अपनी इच्छा से नहीं मिलता है।
However, the condition is that desiring something alone is not sufficient to achieve it.
उनके लिए हमें हमारी पात्रता डेवलप करनी पड़ती है।
One must cultivate the necessary qualities and readiness for it.
और यह पात्रता गर्भ संस्कार के द्वारा माता पिता को दी जा सकती है।
Garbha Sanskar helps in cultivating this eligibility in the parents.
जब एक पुरुष का वीर्य स्त्री के रज के साथ एकरूप होता है, तब एक स्थूल शरीर का निर्माण होता है।
When the men's vital essence and the woman's ovum together form the physical body.
लेकिन जब एक सूक्ष्म शरीर इस स्थूल शरीर को धारण करता है, तभी गर्भधारण होता है।
However, conception occurs when the subtle body embraces the physical body.
पुरुष के वीर्य और स्त्री के रज में क्या होता है?
What elements are present in the men's semen and women's egg?
पुरुष और स्त्री के सूक्ष्म और स्थूल शरीर का सार तत्व।
The essence of the physical and subtle bodies of a man and a woman.
पुरुष की 14 पीढ़ी के गुण अवगुण।
The essence of 14 generations of a man, including all the good and bad behaviors.
स्त्री की 5 पीढ़ियों के गुण अवगुण।
And same with the 5 generations of the female.
जो माता पिता श्रेष्ठ संतान का सपना देखते हैं, उन्हें खुद को ही श्रेष्ठ बनाना पड़ेगा।
The parents who dream of getting the exceptional virtuous child need to become worthy and elevate themselves to that level.
गर्भ संस्कार 3 मिरेकल्स करता है।
Garbha Sanskar produces 3 miracles.
1. गर्भ में पल रहे बच्चे की सात्विकता को बढ़ाता है, सत्व को बढ़ाता है।
First, that Garbha Sanskar elevates the positivity in the baby.
दूसरा, गर्भ में पल रहे बच्चे की ऊर्जा को उत्कृष्ट करता है।
It elevates the energy or the consciousness of the baby.
गर्भ में पल रहे बच्चे के हृदय को प्रेम से भर देता है।
It fills the heart of the baby with pure selfless love.
अभी मॉडर्न साइंस ने भी ये प्रूफ कर दिया है कि जो भी बंदे का हृदय प्रेम से भरा है, उसकी ऊर्जा सत्व की तरफ गति कर रही है, और जिसकी ऊर्जा उन्नत है, वो अपने जीवन में कभी गलत रास्ते पे नहीं जा सकता।
It is also proven by the recent researches and modern science that the person whose heart is filled with love, that person's energy is elevated automatically and is doing the positive and the optimistic things and cannot do anything that is bad or wrong for the society.
गर्भ संस्कार से बच्चा जीवन का एक नया दृष्टिकोण पाता है, जीवन में सकारात्मकता पाता है, लेता है।
The baby born through the Garbha Sanskara has various exceptional qualities like the readiness to help others, the readiness to give, to be optimistic in all situations, and to be calm and with high energy all the time.
हम हमेशा ही सफलता और निष्फलता को हमारे पास कितना धन है उसके रेफरेंस से देखते हैं।
Success and failure are often viewed in the terms of money.
लेकिन सार्थकता हमेशा ही सद्गुणों के मापदंड पे नापी जाती है।
However, true fulfillment is always measured by the virtues one possesses.
हम कभी उस बंदे पे ट्रस्ट नहीं करेंगे जिनके पास बहुत सारा धन है, लेकिन उनके पास विश्वास और श्रद्धा नहीं है।
Trust and faith in a person are not determined by their money or intelligence,
लेकिन जो सद्गुणी व्यक्ति है, हम हमेशा ही उसका विश्वास करेंगे, उस पे श्रद्धा रखेंगे।
but by their character and principles.
और एक सद्गुणी व्यक्ति इस विश्व में बहुत कुछ बदल सकता है।
A virtuous person can bring about many changes on this earth.
हम आशा रखते हैं कि प्रीनेटल अलायंस और पूरे विश्व के सहकार से हम इस विश्व में महत्तम सद्गुणी संतान को लाने के लिए सफल रहे।
We wish and hope that through prenatal alliance and the togetherness of people from different world, we wish to create a world where the people are virtuous and they are working towards the humanity.
धन्यवाद।
Thank you so much.
Dr. Sheetal, you've brought it so beautifully, so beautifully. I have very little words to thank you. You know,
Okay.
India is really defined by Garbha Sanskar because Rishi Pipalad, who give us the Garbha Upanishad, one of the Upanishads, the sacred texts, is a text that is actually given to us in Sanskrit, the language Sanskrit. Having said that, it's only 80 verses or 80 shlokas, as we call them, that comprises the entire Upanishad, and one can take about a whole year to contemplate just one of them. There is so much of depth and there's so much of wisdom that can be unpacked and uncovered through these layers. So to be able to bring all these in a very short 20-25 minutes, sharing with us, Dr. Sheetal has, she's done it beautifully, because when we look at the history of India, we see how women have conceived warriors and leaders and kings. And we have such a rich tradition of. So once again, I want to thank you and to Ruchika for doing such a wonderful job of translating it for our international audience.
Thank you.
The screen is now open. If you'd like to put in your questions on the chat, I'll be happy to moderate them. And the first question that I can bring to Dr. Sheetal right now is I'll combine the two questions that are already on the chat window. Basically, we'd like for you to share through your experience, Dr. Sheetal. Do you find that this knowledge is not only available to the younger generation or to, probable parents, potential parents, but also to all sections of society, economically, socially? How have you found it in your experience, and what kind of patients, when you deal with clients, with parents who want to conceive, what kind of strata of society, and what kind of questions do they come, what's their thought process, how are they, what's their orientation? Please do share a little bit with us.
Yes. What I found, I'm in this field since last 20 years. So at the beginning, people just used to say Garbha Sanskar is equal to Yagya, yoga or pranayam. They just connect it with the actions and all these processes, right? But nowadays, they are very open to this knowledge, and they are really want to uplift themselves, uplift their self as a human, to attract the great soul. And I found practically since last 5 years, people are really joining before conception. So that is a great deal. Because before 10 years, they just say Garbha Sanskar, which is just during the pregnancy. But now they understand the importance of conscious conceptions, and couples are working beautifully on their lifestyle, on their habits, and on their marriage life relations. And definitely, without contribution, no one can uplift their energy. So now they are ready to contribute in the society also, and they really eager and they really follow all the principles of Gasanskar. So nowadays, what I found, 50% pregnant mothers and equal quantity, 50% pre-pregnant mothers are there in our class. So I'm happy. Awareness is increasing for the knowledge of Garb Sanskar.
When we speak about Garbha Sanskar today, what also comes to me is that everything that has already been laid in our sacred scriptures thousands of years ago, and we've been practicing it for thousands of years in India, is now being confirmed by science through the discovery of epigenetics and the
Yes.
quantum field, and so many things about, how the DNA comes into expression and how the mitochondrial DNA is carrying all these memories from the past lives. And there's this very beautiful blend between, as you said, the subtle and the physical. So it's not just that we're trying to conceive a baby, it's really also more about bringing in the soul and spiritual aspect, which is so important and so vital for parents to understand before they conceive a baby.
Yes. One important thing I would like to share. There is a beautiful line. If subtle body does not select the physical body, parents cannot conceive. And this is the beauty. Right. So, pregnancy is not at a physical level. You need to work on your energy. You need to uplift your energy. Then and then you can attract the soul. Without working on the energy, we cannot attract the soul. So, if we see the 7 chakras, Swadhisthana chakra, Womb chakra is very strongly connected with the process of conception and with the holistic pregnancy. So, nowadays, modern science is also accepting the role of energies, role of 7 chakras, and importance of prana, life force energy.
Dr. Sheetal, thank you for joining us. Thank you for such a grand opening of the International Prenatal Summit. And we offer our blessings, our best wishes, not just for the work that you're doing and the contribution that you're making in this field, but also to the parents who are making the efforts and taking the initiative to educate themselves, to spread this knowledge within their communities, and of course, do the very, very sacred task, do the very noble job of working upon themselves so that their child may feel welcome and at home. Thank you again. Lots of
Thank
blessings,
you.
Mommy's Touch. Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks to Prenatal Alliance. Thank you.
Thank you.